Hey Rule Breaker, Courtney here from the Rule Breakers Club with copywriting and business advice for rebels with a cause. Is there a store that you love so much that you have a hard time going inside without buying a million things that were not on your list? For me, that store is Target. And if you don't have a Target near you, I'm so very sorry. It's the best place on earth. Honestly, I normally go to Target with a very specific need. Maybe it's some toothpaste or a pair of socks. I wind up towards the checkout counter with so many things in my cart that I start to question as I get closer and closer to the checkout. Do I really need all of these things? Do I really need that box of scented candles? Do I really need all of those markers? Do I really need those pair of shoes that are on sale? And if I decide that I don't need them, I take them out of my cart and I put them back on the shelf. Granted, not the right shelf. I try to do it sneakily so nobody sees me. I'm wondering if you have the same problem. I'm really hoping I'm not the only one, but what I do know for sure is that this is something I call reshelving syndrome, and it's something that your clients and customers are doing when they read your sales page. Reshelving syndrome is simply that voice in our head that tries to be the voice of reason and ask us, do I really need this thing that I'm compelled to buy right now? We try to prevent ourselves from making impulse purchases, which is great, but this voice can also prevent us from buying things that are going to give us what we really want. It's your job to overcome these hesitations and address reshelving syndrome on your sales page. And I've got 4 ways that you can do that right now. The first tip is to take a step back. I want you to look at your offer and I want you to ask yourself really honestly, is this an offer that people really want? Is it solving a problem that my audience really wants solved? And I know that because they've asked me to solve it. Or did I look at my passions and talents and create an offer based on something that I really want to do? Now, in the best world, it would be both, right? But in most cases, you're going to need to create an offer, even if it's not exactly the way you'd want to do it. It has to be what people want. That's the most important. Tip number 2 is to focus on the benefits. For every feature of your offer, you need to give me the reason why that feature exists. People don't really care that your ebook is 25 pages or that it's a 6-week course. They trust you that that's the best way for you to communicate what you need to in order to get them the result that they want. But what they really care about is, why is it 6 weeks? Why is it 20 pages? What is included? What am I going to learn? And how is that going to give me what I want? Let's say that you have a personal finance program that helps people to get out of debt. And let's say that one of your lessons is about how to consolidate your credit card debt. Well, people don't really care about learning about that, right? But what you need to tell me is why I should care about learning about consolidation. What is that going to give me? How is that going to help me to reach my ultimate goal? And that's what you need to talk about on your sales page. Tip number 3 is a really big one. You need to give people a reason to decide now. It's amazing how humans function. We like to wait and wait and wait to make decisions until we're given a deadline, and then we wait until the very last minute to actually do what we need to do. We fill up the full space allotted in order to make that decision. As long as I know that those shoes are still available at Target, I don't really feel totally compelled to buy them. If I don't have a specific event that I need them for, or I have a pair of shoes that can serve the purpose that I need, I'm not convinced that I really need to buy them. By giving people a date or time limit to buy your offer, you are forcing them to make a decision, whether that decision is yes or no, and that's totally fine and up to them. Tip number 4 is to show people that you understand the problem that they're facing. If you've been through the same problem that you're helping your clients and customers to solve, it's a great idea to share that story with them. I'm always amazed that when I share my stories of struggle and overcoming and triumph, that people always love them, and they often mention that they're their favorite parts of my webinars and sales pages. Another way that you can build trust with your audience is by getting testimonials from your past clients and putting those on your sales page. Testimonials really are worth their weight in gold, and you do not want to have a sales page without them. If you love this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel on YouTube and visit realbreakersclub.com for more tips and tools to help you write better copy for your business. I'll see you next week.